Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sherman D. Manning joining you live. Sherman D. Manning joining you live from Beverly Hills, California again today. Look, work, baby, work. Work that thing. Whatever God gave you, work it. Whatever God gave you, work it. I made up my mind. I'm going to work mine. I'm going to work what He gave me. I'm going to work it. And if you do your job, I'll do mine. I told you all I would keep the podcast coming. All I need you to do is keep telling friends to tune in. I'm at Louisiana Famous Fried Chicken right now, getting ready to order me some chicken for lunch. So I'm bringing my podcast to lunch with me. That's how serious I am about putting it out there. Ain't got no time to be tired. And we ain't got no time to rest. And we don't have any time to kick back. There's work to be done. There's work to be done. I said, if you'll do yours, I'll do mine. And so, what am I going to say? Fried chicken combo. You all excuse me, it's a fluid show. You know that. So leg, thigh, wing. Okay. Fried chicken combo. Alrighty then. Okie dokie. So I'm just looking at what I'm going to order here. And so, Hillary. Let's talk about Madam Hillary. Now they're accusing her of murder. Now they're accusing her of murder. I laughed to keep from crying. This is some crazy stuff, y'all. This is some crazy stuff. I mean, what are they going to accuse her of next? Rape? Perhaps. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Perhaps molestation? Who knows? I don't know what's next. But I do know that we got to keep Donald away from the White House. Under no circumstances can we allow this megalomaniac in the White House. I got to order chicken, y'all, so you're going to have to bear with me and forgive me for, bringing you all to lunch. But, it's about podcast production, right? You'll have to call your friends and tell them to vote. Everybody must vote. Mixed. Yes. French fries and fried rice. Dirty rice. Any drink in them? No. Yes. Yes. And so here we are. Everybody's got to vote. If everybody votes, she'll win. There's more of us than there are them. You can't convince me that there are more racists and fascists in this country than there are good, God-fearing, regular, blue-blooded American citizens. Audio will be bad for a moment, but I'm still here. Again, I say it's more of us than them. It's more of us than them. But the key is, you got to do your work. I got to do my work. We have got to get out the vote. Get people out to vote. Get them out to vote. Get them out to vote. Get them out to vote. That is what is key. We have to get them out to vote. Vote as you please, but please vote. We have to deal with the social order of this country. And the way we deal with the social order is by dealing with the social issues. And now is not a time to divide. Now is not a time to hate each other. Now is not a time to continuously see the worst in each other that we can see. We've got to figure out how we can come together. Excuse me. One of the best experiences of my life was my first trip to Switzerland. I went to a country where most of the people did not look like me. None of them talked like me. Many of them did not walk like me. Many of them did not really think like me. But I had the best time I've ever had in my life. That was 2.5 weeks of nothing but almost bliss. It was too cold for me. It was not my culture. It was not my people, so to speak. And I lived in the house with my Swiss friends, not at a hotel. And I learned that no matter what color you are, even what culture you are, even what language you speak, people are the same wherever you go. And it's hard to believe that sometimes because we see these divisions. And we see all of these folk like Donald, who want to point out our differences and talk about the Mexicans, as he calls them, and the blacks, as he calls them. And you know what he said about Mexicans. I'm not even going to repeat it. Don't even need to reiterate it. It's already been iterated enough. The false truth that he put out concerning them. I can find something different in other black folk. I can find, if we want to get down to it, I could prove that you weren't raised the way I was raised. You didn't eat the kind of food we ate. You perhaps didn't drive the kind of cars that we drove. You may not have went to the kind of church that we went to. You may not have listened to the kind of music we listened to. You may not wear the kind of cologne I wear. You may not, whatever. We can find divisions and things to separate us all day long. But the challenge that comes from maturity and the challenge that comes from growth is the ability to start looking for the opposite. Okay, what can I find in common? What can I find that you like that I like? Well, what? We like the same kind of movies. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh, you like that singing artist also? You like that? Oh, what? You use that kind of deodorant? We can find things that are similar in each of us. And that human thing that connects all of us together. I'm doing a live podcast, and this woman has no concern about that. She wants to come up and beg for money. And I've given her money before. In fact, the last time I saw her, I didn't give her any money. I bought her dinner. I bought her something to eat. And so we're doing a live podcast. What's your name?
Edda.
Okay, Edda?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay, the world is listening to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, last time I saw you, I bought you something to eat.
Yes, sir.
You're not eating. What are you trying to do today?
Get some change.
Some change for what?
To eat.
To eat what?
Chicken.
Okay. I'm on live air. I guess I can't say no on the air. But I think she might be conning me today. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we gave her change this time. One time I bought her something to eat. But she's here every day. And you heard what she said her name. I think she said Edna. Couldn't quite hear it. But anyway, what were we talking about? I thought we were talking politics, right? Divisions. Yeah, let's find out what we have in common. Now, she's a white woman with blondish hair, appears to be approximately 50 years old, homeless. Not what the media would show you if they started talking about home. Oh, I could get into that. I don't even. That's a whole other discussion about media bias. Every time they show you somebody who's homeless, you know what they show you, right? Black folks. Okay? Every time they show you somebody who's a criminal, you know what they show you, right? A black face. Because they want you to attach criminality and poverty to black people. That is what they want you to do. But I'm here to tell you that there's many poor white people in this country and many homeless white people in this country. And I see them every day. There's a white guy outside the building here who's homeless also begging for money. So what I'm trying to say to you is, yes, let's find out what we have in common and stop finding out what divides us. I didn't discriminate against this woman because she was white. The last time I saw her, I took her to calls. Well, I didn't take her. She walked there. And I went there and I bought her burger, fries, and something to drink. Because she's a human being. Excuse me, sir. She's a human being. She's a human being, not a white being, not a black being, not a dark being, not a light being, but a human being. And we've got to find that. I know that, we all human, and since we're human, we make mistakes. And there are times that I stereotype and I judge. But I correct myself. I say, wait a minute, man, come on now. What? That's the only thing you can see is what color he or she is. That's all you can see. We've got to see more than that. And don't let the pot call the kettle black, because that's what Donald them try to do. They'll call President Obama. He's a divider in chief and all of that. When he's not, he'll help heal this nation in ways that we won't know until 30 years from now. Some of it we won't really know and celebrate until 30 years from now. Some of it we'll be celebrating after I'm gone, when I'm in heaven already. And so he's healed. But what happens is when you get a black man into the White House, then it makes the racists intensify their racism and become more vocal with their racism. And so it looks like racism is now in high def, and it is. But it's not more. It hasn't added. There are not suddenly more racist people in this country than there were before he got here. And he didn't make anybody be racist. What he did was shine a light on it. Because, a lot of folk were racist, and they're all right with a few black mayors and one black governor and that kind of thing. But then when the chief executive officer of the United States, the one representing us on the world stage, is black, Jake, then they come out the closet. And that's what has happened. They were there all the time. Come on now, it's not even pragmatic. It wouldn't even be gumption to assume that Obama made people become racist, that President Obama somehow magically made regular white people who loved everybody and went to church every Sunday were God-fearing become